Today I want to show you the Knit Two Together knotted bind off. I'll be demonstrating on this headband that I'm working on, which uses really nice raised showy knit 3 together. It is not actually the bind off for this project. However, because of the number of stitches, it'll give me the chance to show you quickly. The key with this bind off, which has started on the wrong side row, is you want this second to last stitch here to be a knit stitch when you come back to the right side, which means you're going to purl it when you're on the wrong side. So if you have an even number of stitches, you're going to start with purl 1, knit 1, and work across on the wrong side. If it's an odd number of stitches, you'll start with a knit 1. So here we are on the last few stitches of the wrong side row. So I'm going to end with a purl, knit, purl, knit, and you can see that that sets me up so that on this side my second stitch is a knit stitch. The contrast of the wrapped knit 2 together and the purl bind off is what gives this edge its nubby look. So let's first talk about this wrapped knit 2 together, which I'm going to start using in a number of places because it really adds definition. We're going to slip 2 stitches to the right needle, yarn over, put the 2 stitches back again. Now the yarn is on the wrong side. If you take the yarn and move it around to the front of the needle and knit 2 together, sorry, a little, right? Now you have a wrapped knit 2 together, and you can see that stitch there. We alternate with a bind off in pattern, which means I'm going to purl this stitch and pass it over. Okay, now I know that it's time for a wrap knit 2 together because the next stitch is a knit stitch. So I slip this 1 stitch over, move the yarn to the front, slip both stitches back, and move the yarn to the front. So a standard knit 2 together bind off, right? You knit 2 together, move the stitch back to the left needle. We're doing the same thing. We're just giving it a little bit of bulk, and you can see I'm kind of manhandling that to come across. Now the next stitch is a purl stitch, which means I purl it and pass slip stitch over. Let's do the wrap one more time. Here I have to move 1 stitch to the right needle, yarn over, move the yarn around to the front, and knit 2 together. The next stitch is a purl stitch, so I simply purl and pass slip stitch over. Now let's just take a look right away, and you can already see how pretty that's going to be.